This is the bear crawl 3-point hold. So breaking this down, bear crawl position, we want our hands to start underneath our shoulders, knees underneath our hips. Starting with a good flat back, I'm gonna kind of draw my ribs in, but not too much where I start to round at the back. So ribs are in, bracing around my core to hold that position. Once I'm set there, I'm gonna pop the knees just a couple inches off the ground or kind of float there. Once I have that position, I'm going to take one hand, bring it up, and hold my opposite shoulder. My goal as I do so is to maintain that good flat back position and also try to hold that without opening or twisting. So you want center of your chest, belt buckle to both be facing the ground or nice and square. To do so, got to really brace at the core, engage through the hips and the glutes, and kind of push into your big toes here. So I'm gonna push into my big toes, tighten my core, really working hard here not to collapse at my shoulder. So I wanna keep my shoulder away from my ear, working some of that shoulder stability. But then two, trying not to rotate with my hips, but keep my knees kind of floating just above the ground here, and holding that position. We can make that a little easier if you put a power band. If you have a squat rack, you can put a power band across, put that across the ribs or the hips, give yourself some assistance. We can do the same thing with a bench. If we get set here, hands in front of those shoulders, knees underneath the hips, a little different of an angle, elevated here, but it's gonna work the same idea, is trying to keep those hips and core square to the ground, back nice and flat. And that way, we can make that a little easier going off of an incline like a bench. So that's gonna be the bear crawl 3-point hold.